excited to present you today with this episode. It's really a continuation of yesterday, so I'm very excited to get started. And today we are going to continue as we were yesterday, working with the gray parrot. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Photoshop right now. And through the application I'm going to be using, and right now actually I'm going to show you an illustration that I just finished today. So this is a character design that I just finished, and it is a farmer, and he's got his little chicken there with him. So this is really exciting. This is part of the illustration series that I'm doing for Chinese New Year, which is all different themes from that culture, and it's also a part of the book which I'm writing. Well, actually illustrating. It's 1,000 lines for Kenya, and if you haven't heard about it, I'm creating 1,000 line drawings, all different types of realistic character designs and illustrations of all lion characters and all lion depictions. And this is going to be a part of that series, so that's pretty exciting. So here I'm going to pull up my blank canvas, which we're going to be using as a part of our character designing today. So let me open up a project. Actually, I'm going to open up the one we were working on yesterday, which is here. And I have all of these little quick sketches that we did yesterday based on the parrot. So these are pretty neat. And we can use these as reference as we're going on and moving forward with our character designs for today. So these were all of our practice sketches that we did, which were a really awesome opportunity. So right now what I'm going to do is open up the Shuffle app and see how many character designs that we can do today. Hope you guys were able to see the episode from yesterday. If not, I will be posting a link in the bottom of this one, so you have to remind me if I forget to post a link to yesterday's video today, which was the premise of where we were getting started for drawing on. But you see the difference between the first sketch that I did yesterday and the last one? Huge difference. There were all 2-minute poses. I think it took maybe an extra 2 minutes on this one just to add like shading and coloring, like a little bit of shading and highlight for that one. But other than that, just kept it really the same time. And you can already see just after a few drawings, we made a huge improvement. So we're going to open up the shuffler and let's see if we can come up with some things. So I have a female fortune teller playing basketball. That sounds fun. So I'm actually very excited to do it. So let's go ahead into the blank canvas. And I'm going to grab a blank color here. And let's see what we can come up with for a female parrot. I'm going to look at my reference image really quick. Female parrot. Okay, so let's see. So first I'm going to get sort of the kind of pose that I want. She's a fortune teller, but I really want to get that that sort of basketball aspect going on. So let's see. I'm going to take this down a little bit more. She doesn't even care that she's like a fortune teller. She's more concerned about the basketball aspect of it. And so that's what I want to focus on. Like, what kind of position would you have if you're playing basketball? And that's one thing that you can look up too is some references for basketball. If you're not familiar with the sport, maybe you want to think about the type of poses someone would have playing that sport. I mean, luckily for me, I don't really need to look up the basketball or the fortune teller too much right now, just because they're both things that I'm really familiar with myself. I'm sort of a self-proclaimed gypsy, so I kind of feel like this is kind of like a natural for me, or should be at least. I'm kind of thinking of the expression I want her to have. Maybe she's kind of looking at that way. And so this is where the practice and just drawing the animal comes into play today. Just because we've got some practice already, we kind of already know how to draw a parrot, or we have some practice drawing the parrot a little bit more now. And maybe she's got one of these hip scarves, which we wear in belly dancing, which is my hobby actually, is belly dancing. So maybe she's wearing a little hip scarf, some jingles and some glitter there. Maybe she's dribbling the ball. And if you've studied animation at all, which you very well may have if you're watching this channel, you know a little bit about squash and stretch. So I don't necessarily just want to draw a round, kind of stagnant ball. I kind of want it to look like it's in motion, and that's where I use my knowledge of animation. I just kind of give it a little bit of a squash and stretch. And even if you're just doing character design, having the knowledge of animation and how it works and what makes it like effective is definitely going to help. So maybe just like a little bit of an impact, maybe just bounce or something. And so she's just going to be doing her thing. And she's kind of dressed like a fortune teller. And maybe one thing that you can do to make it a little bit more interesting is kind of make it a story somehow. And so maybe let me think. She's playing basketball, but maybe to make it more interesting, a story really quick. What could she be doing that will make it a little bit more interesting? I think. Don't want to think too hard though. I'll miss all my time. Maybe she just ripped somebody off. So there's this guy right here. And he's mad because, like, you know, fortune tellers are kind of known for, you know, taking people's money, so to speak, and like, because it's kind of a scam, you're just paying to know your future, but nobody really knows the future. So maybe she ripped this guy off and he's back here by the fortune teller's cart. And he's mad, or maybe he's like chasing her. Maybe he's a basketball player. She took his ball and he's mad now. So that could be a story. Even something simple like that. It doesn't have to be even that, he's running after her and he's wearing like basketball shorts. And I can put in all the more details now. If he's got a jersey number 0 right there, because he's kind of the loser in this situation. He's like, hey, we need my money. Money. And my ball. So, make it a little bit fun. It doesn't have to be like that complicated. You can make it something kind of simple. Maybe just add a little bit of foliage here and a little bit of the sun. Just something to make it a little bit fun. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So this one we're going to do a female film director bowling. Okay, so we have the same parrot. We're still using the parrot, but she's a film director. And if you can use sort of like this stereotype of film directors and character design, it is okay to use stereotypes. It's actually, one of those things that we just sort of do in caricaturing. It's just making fun of stereotypes. Maybe she's the director that's never pleased. And she's over here and she's kind of like, maybe she has like what do those film hats look like? She has like a Sort of a little hat here. And a little hair funny hairdo. I should have made her like an animation film director. That would have probably made it even better. But if I was to draw multiple options, maybe I would make one specifically animation film director. But maybe she's just a live action film director and highly dissatisfied for whatever reason. Give her some posture so she's not too stagnant. I want to kind of make her body move a little bit. An angle. And she's just kind of like not really having it. She doesn't even want to participate in the bowling, even though she's at a bowling alley and she's, you know, technically bowling. Maybe she just doesn't even want to go. She's already got a bad score. I'm going to do some of the balls right here. I forgot, is it like Sterling? It starts with an S. Something S. That like all the bowling alley equipment has like the same name almost. I don't remember. It starts with an S though. I remember that part. So maybe she doesn't even want to participate really, but she's hanging out here. And what does she have on? She has maybe like a pantsuit or something serious. She's like, I don't even want it. Where's my director's chair? And she's got a little director's chair that we know that she's a director. I don't know why she brought it to the bowling alley, but maybe she's auditioning some new talent right there at the bowling alley, and she's not really excited about the prospect. You know, but you can have fun with these things. You're supposed to have fun with them. And this one I like. So maybe like there's like chairs over here, and some people are like maybe some other birds are having a good time. You know, they have their little chicken legs coming over here, or little parrot legs and stuff, and they're just hanging out and they're having fun, but she's not having fun. And the bowling alley, I know my son loves bowling, so I kind of know offhand how the bowling alleys look. They have like the little deck with all the bowling balls that you can pick from. If I wasn't an avid bowler, which I'm not necessarily an avid bowler, but I've had my share of bowling alleys, I would probably have to look up what a bowling alley looks like, but I can kind of remember at least to rough in, you know, some of the details about this one. They're always lined up. There's a couple of them, of these things with the bowling balls. And even still, it doesn't hurt to like just refresh your memory and look them up. If I was to go into detail and really make a fully illustrated piece from this, then I would go ahead and check out some more references just so I know that I was getting a much more accurate depiction. And maybe there's like a sign here, like eat. There's always like food or something. Eat here. So that's my little depiction. There's some depth on it. What's going on? Vending machines. There's always lots and lots of vending machines. Okay, so there is our film director, bowling. And let's try another one. It's a male Santa. Merry Christmas. Building a snowman. Well, that's appropriate. I mean, I guess that's what a male Santa would do. So, okay. So, male Santa. Maybe I want to make this parrot. Let's look at some of the parrot references again. I got some ideas already. Maybe I want to just look at him a bit more. Okay, so male Santa, and he's building a snowman. So maybe I'm gonna make him kind of glowy and fat. No, I don't like his eyes. I want to make this kind of right. No, I don't like those eyes either. I think I want to make his eyes kind of close together. Let's see. Maybe one more time. There we go. That's kind of better. And I'm trying to figure out his face. Let me work with it. So maybe, maybe we can give him a little bit of a smile there. Oops. I just want it to be clear, so maybe I have to erase some of this part of the shine of his beak so you can tell that's his bottom beak. And maybe I want to make his beard start growing over here. Give him a nice thick eyebrows. And maybe he's really fat, but I want you to see his face before I draw all of his beard. And maybe he has his hat going up over here. Kind of looks like a pigeon, actually. That's okay. And he is having fun building a snowman. I want to keep awareness of his wings and the direction his wings are moving in. And he is a big old Santa. I want to make him a good, decent size. Not like overly. It's all like relative, so I don't want to give him a huge body where his face doesn't even look so big anymore. I want you to kind of see all of that. Maybe he has a tail feather going up this way. And maybe he has the snowman right here. And maybe the snowman is kind of a, I don't really know what an Angry Bird looks like offhand, but maybe it's an Angry Bird snowman. If for whatever reason, it makes sense to me right now. Maybe it's Red from Angry Birds. And he's like an Angry Bird snowman. He doesn't want to be a snowman, that's why he's angry. And he has like something like that. And you can give birds fingers if you want to. You just have to make it look kind of natural. How do you do that? You know what's underneath the bird. You know the way that the wing works. And you know that by drawing it in advance. And looking at what a bird's skeleton looks like. And being able to know how the wing is made. Coming up from here. And we have these feathers. Now these other feathers here. So just knowing the construction of a bird wing will help you out a lot better if you plan to do any character designs with birds. And this is our Santa. He's Should have some little, like maybe he's got some little Santa belt. Santa has to have his belt. It's a little late for Santa to be around building a snowman, but that's okay. We're not that far from Christmas. It wasn't that long ago, right? And I want to separate where his torso would be from where his arm is. So I want to give a little space so I don't have a bad tangent there between his arm and the starting of the belt. So there we go. There is our Santa building a snowman. And you can probably just need to save this. Maybe it's not Christmas here, but in the North Pole, it's Christmas all the time, isn't it? So, hey, it's Christmas in the North Pole all year round, right? At least that's what Nightmare Before Christmas says. Okay, so we can move on to the next one. And we only have time for like another one or two more, but let's see what we can do. I have a male magician yawning, so let's go and see how this looks. Okay, so let's go ahead and we can actually go back over here and you can see our parrot again. Take a couple of glances at him, see what he looks like. I'm actually looking at the photo, not my drawing. So I want to kind of just take in some of the details about his head shape, his profile, where his beak is resting. Things like that will help me in my design. Okay, so it's a magician, and I actually am going to look up a magician. What does a magician look like? I haven't seen a magician in I don't know how long. I think they wear like a top hat or something. Pink, like in theory. Gloves. I see a bow tie. Let me go ahead and switch so you guys can see also what I'm looking at. And I'm going to switch screens over here. And I'm going to go Google search of a magician. So this is what I'm seeing in my screen. And I'm just going to take a couple looks. Like this is a pretty typical, what we expect to see from a magician, stereotype magician. I like that kind of circus, that's more like a circus thing. That makes me think of like Ringling Brothers with these shoulder ruffles and stuff like that. And so that looks pretty cool. I like this one too. That looks pretty cool. Okay, so I have basic knowledge of what I can expect to create from a magician. So let's go ahead and go back to Photoshop. Sorry, I'm slightly odd. And that which makes me think of whenever I hear the word odd, I immediately think of Beauty and the Beast, and Bella's like, Papa, do you think I'm odd? And the correct answer is yes. Yes, you're weird, Belle. You're weird, but we still love you anyway. It's okay. So maybe I want to make him look like really different than the other characters that I made so far today, because I feel like I don't want all of my character designs to look the same. I want to kind of experiment. Maybe I want to make him look a little bit more TV animation style. I mean, I tend to go feature like instinctively. That's kind of what I really like to do after having practiced to learn how to do it that way for a long time. But I think my very original drawing style, like when I was first starting to draw and, you know, kindergarten. And before that and stuff, well, actually, yeah, I was drawing since preschool, but everyone was, everyone kind of been drawing for, everyone that draws now as an adult probably has been drawing for as long as they can remember. But I did used to do a lot of really slapsticky kind of cartooning, which is more reminiscent of television animation as opposed to feature. So maybe he has this guy. So I want to make him a little bit more slender. Parrots aren't really typically slender, but maybe. But like I said, I want to kind of experiment with my design in this one. Maybe make it a little bit different than the other ones. And I want to make this hat look kind of silly, like make it like really small. That would be kind of fun. Kind of make this hat kind of small. And maybe he has this little bow tie, even though I don't want it to, I still want you to be able to see where his mouth is, and I don't want that to create a of tangent there, so I gotta be careful not to. He's got his chest really out. He's getting started. Maybe he's, oh, he's supposed to be yawning. Oh well. It's too late to change it because I only have a few minutes left before I have to go pick up my son from school. But we started. Maybe he is trying to hide. I don't know. I'm still going to continue with this character of this parrot magician. And I'm going to give him like a little pointed toe there. Maybe he's oh, it's making me yawn. Just the word yawn, I think, makes people yawn. And just looking at that word. Maybe he is doing a reveal instead, since we've already kind of made it too late to make him yawn. You can improvise because, as long as we're blessed to have our hands, we can continue to make more and more drawings. So maybe, I forgot that he was supposed to yawn, so maybe he's doing something else in another drawing. If I come back to it, he could be actually yawning. But for this one, he's about to do his big reveal. He's got something. Now you see it, now you don't type of deal. And he's got the little table under here. And maybe you can actually see someone hiding in the back. I don't know. Their feet are there. So he's trying to make it magic, but we all know it's not really magic. Sorry, Kichasimo or whatever your name is, Majishimo. You're not fooling us, even though you would like to. Well, that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that concept. And this character design is a lot different than the other ones I did today of our gray parrot. And I just want to make sure that all of him connects. So even though it's a little bit awkward as I start to clean up, I just want to align, and I will start to erase some things and insert some things where they fit in, just to make sure everything connects and everything pans out and actually makes sense. Because you do, even though you're cartooning, you still want your drawings to make sense, anatomically, physically. You still want it to all make sense, and people can see if it doesn't make sense. Even if it's a cartoon, it doesn't matter. People still are so used to seeing the real thing all the time in real life on TV. People see a lot more live action. Life is live action. So they're used to seeing what the real thing looks like all the time. So you want to make sure that even though it's a cartoon, that you're still making it look correct in that sense, even though it's a funny version of it. And I can continue with this and go ahead and make details and things like that. But for now, oops, there goes my alarm to pick up my son. So I'm gonna have to let you guys go. But this has been a fun episode. I really enjoyed doing these. I'm gonna have to definitely do some more. But as for now, I'm gonna save this file. I'm gonna save this one. And let's see. Anything else I want to add to it before it's too late? Like a little bit of, maybe it's just like a sparkly type of deal. And I'm just like winging it, I just coming up with the ideas as I go and just incorporating it to my drawing and my design as I go. But here he is, the male magician, and he is revealing something, some magic trick for us. And I'm gonna save this guy, and I'm gonna go back to our other window so I can see you guys and you can see me. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me again for another episode. And I will be back here on YouTube on Friday for Figure Friday, like I'm here every Friday, right about 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's my usual time, but you can come on, and you can come on after the live stream will still be available if you want to come in later. If you have to work during that time or something like that, you can come in Friday night, and that's or any time of day that works for you. On your lunch break, whenever it's good. And until then, you guys be safe out there, have fun, dream big, and remember to live balanced and to be yourself. And until next time, be safe, and I'll see you. Okay, bye-bye.